JavaScript hacks. In this post, we'll explore few JavaScript tips and tricks, each explained with easy-to-understand examples. Let's dive in and level up your JavaScript skills. First one, reverse a string. Reversing a string is one of the most frequently asked JavaScript questions in the technical round of interview. Interviewers may ask you to write different ways to reverse a string. This is one easy example. Next is capitalize a string. JavaScript doesn't have an inbuilt capitalize function, so we can use the following code for the purpose. This JavaScript function is even, takes a number num as an argument, and checks whether it's even. The modulus operator is used to determine the remainder when the number is divided by 2. If the remainder is 0, the number is even, and the function returns true. If not, the number is odd, and the function returns false. The example checks if 2 is even, resulting in true. Next is scroll to function. You can use window.scrollTo method to automatic scroll to top. Set both x and y as 0. This JavaScript function. Remove whitespace takes a string as an argument and removes all whitespace characters from it. The replace method is used with a regular expression that matches any whitespace character globally throughout the string. This effectively removes all spaces, tabs, and other whitespace characters. Next is conditional assignment. This JavaScript snippet uses a conditional assignment to assign a value to the variable value. This is a common shorthand to provide fallback values when a variable might be undefined or false. Next is ternary operation. This JavaScript snippet demonstrates the use of a ternary operator. It evaluates a condition and assigns a value based on whether the condition is true or false. It's a concise way of writing an if-else statement in a single line. This one-liner uses array destructuring to swap the values of A and B without requiring a temporary variable. By destructuring, you can assign values from an array on the right-hand side to corresponding variables on the left-hand side in a single clean operation. In this example, after the swap, A becomes 2 and B becomes 1, making your code more concise and easier to understand than using a temporary variable. Next is easy data access from an object. This JavaScript snippet uses object destructuring to easily access values from an object. This approach simplifies accessing object properties and enhances code readability. Next is enabling design mode. This function, which is not normally switched on, allows you to select and edit any text on a website. This makes it easier to quickly try out different texts or words without changing the source code. To activate this function, only this code is required. Next is console table method. The console table method in JavaScript displays tabular data in a visually structured table format, making it easier to read in the browser's console. This JavaScript snippet demonstrates the use of the match method with a regular expression regex pattern. Nullish coalescing for specific fallback. Use double question marks to provide a fallback only if the value is null or undefined. Ignores falsy values like 0, false. Next is arrow functions for concise callbacks. This will simplify function expressions, especially for small functions. Next is set timeout. Use set timeout for delayed execution. Introduce a delay in code execution using set timeout.
Use shortcuts for conditionals. Let's look at the ampersand operator in action. Resize an array using array.length. Sometimes you need to adjust the size of your array. The most efficient way to do this is using array.length. How to check if an object has values. When you're working with multiple objects, it gets difficult to keep track of which ones contain actual values and which you can delete. Here's a quick hack on how to check if an object is empty or has a value with object keys function. Next is spread operator. Use the spread operator to easily combine arrays and objects. The spread operator allows you to spread the elements of an array or object into another array or object. Use includes, starts with, and ends with for simpler string checks. These string methods provide a simple and readable way to check for the presence, start, or end of a substring. Template literals in JavaScript allow you to embed expressions directly within a string using backticks instead of regular quotes. This makes it easy to include variables or even expressions inside strings. Converting to numbers with unary plus. Quickly convert strings or other values to numbers using the unary plus operator. Dynamically accessing object properties with bracket notation. Access properties of an object dynamically using bracket notation, useful when the property name is stored in a variable. The object freeze method in JavaScript prevents any modifications to an object, making it immutable. This means you cannot add, remove, or change any of the properties of the object once it has been frozen. However, it only works for the object at the top level, not for nested objects. Use triple equal instead of double equal. The double equal or not equal operator performs an automatic type conversion if needed. The triple equal operator will not perform any conversion. It compares the value and the type, which could be considered faster than double equal. Thanks for watching. If you found these JavaScript tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coding hacks. Keep coding, and see you in the next video.